Hello, I'm Pierre-Nicolas and I'm here to help you follow the lead. Today we're going to talk about Francis Poulenc and Louise de Vilmorin's Dans l'herbe from the Fiançailles pour rire. The Fiançailles pour rire is a set of 6 songs by Francis Poulenc. The most famous ones are probably Violon and Il vole. The reason why I wanted to do a video on Dans l'herbe though is because the difficulty of Dans l'herbe is particularly underestimated, and after learning all the pieces, Dans l'herbe is still one of the toughest ones to get through comfortably. The funeral quality of this music makes it so that you can't really use much rubato to bend this regular rhythm, and the vocal line is almost entirely in the singer's passaggio, which makes it a very difficult song to negotiate in the slow tempo quarter note at 56 that Poulenc prescribes. The fact that Poulenc composed the Fiançailles pour rire 1 year after Louise married Count Palfy sort of plays into this idea of distance between Francis Poulenc and his friend Louise de Vilmorin. In the most basic sense, the poem describes the state of shock as a person is still digesting and still coming to terms with the fact that one of their friends has died far away from them. Emotionally speaking, I kind of imagine this kind of like fish face of just this. Especially coming right after La Dame d'André, the first song in the Fiançailles pour rire, which has octosyllabic poetry. André ne connaît pas la dame qu'il prend aujourd'hui par la main. A-t-elle un cœur à lendemain? Et pour le soir, a-t-elle une âme? Dans l'herbe is extremely irregular. And I don't know if this is intended from Louise de Vilmorin, but if you turn the poem sideways, this irregularity sort of looks like blades of grass, potentially. But the most important part, again, is the fact that it creates this suspended feeling where it's kind of stuck and floating in this moment. There's no flow to it. Poulenc underlines this feeling by inserting measures of 5/4 and 2/4 in a song that otherwise is mostly in 3/4. Harmonically speaking, it's hard to say that the song is in any key at all. It's extremely chromatic. Je ne peux plus rien dire, ni rien faire. It repeats itself. The effect is that a person has just received some news and they're just repeating fragmented sentences to themselves. Like they need to hear themselves saying it to understand what's happening. We have passages in B minor. We have some passages in C sharp minor. We have some passages that show E flat minor. But still it's a minor 7th chord, not a tonic chord. We even have a sort of C sharp minor here with this G7, but we never really get a clean C minor chord until here. It's on the 2nd beat, so a metrically weak position. You can't really say that we're strongly in C minor, especially since we leave very soon and go back to this D sharp minor sort of sound, which eventually goes to C sharp minor at the end. It's almost like each key center is a piece of furniture in the room that the person is kind of resting on before they kind of falter to the next one, trying to emotionally ground themselves. Another thing that plays into the psychological nature of this piece is that Louise de Vilmorin repeats the first 2 lines at the end. Now, in standard lead form, Schumann sort of changes the structure of the text to fit a more conventional musical structure. In this situation, it's sort of the opposite, where Louise de Vilmorin repeats the text, but Poulenc does not repeat the music. Je ne peux plus rien dire, ni rien faire pour lui. At the end, we have Et je ne peux plus rien dire, ni rien faire pour lui. So the fact that the text repeats but the harmony is different shows that somehow emotionally we're traveling, but the text is going in circles. So there's this disconnect between the rational part of the song, which is the text, and the emotional part of the song, which is the harmony. The rational part is sort of spinning and can't really understand and has to keep repeating stuff, whereas the emotional musical part is going deeper and deeper. So deep that we get to the last octave of the piano, but the song ends in C sharp minor. With no C sharp in the bass, it comes on the 2nd beat, And even though we have a C sharp in the bass, we have no bass of the piano. So this feeling is completely ungrounded and we stay in this sort of... Like I said earlier, there's not really a key center in this song, but there are two places where we have a true cadence, where we go from 5 to 1. And both of them have to do with this outdoor imagery of nature or the grass. The first one happens on the second line, where we have Il est mort de sa mort belle, 4/3 suspension on the word dehors. We are directly in B minor. So we have this funny paradox where outside, dehors, we are harmonically stable. The other one happens in the center of the song, and this is where we kind of understand that C sharp minor might actually be the key of this song if we have to name a key. En plein paysage, dans l'herbe. Again, 4/3 suspension, just like before, on the word l'herbe, the grass, which takes us to C sharp minor. And we start the second half of the song. Thanks for watching. This can either be one of the most touching songs of the cycle or one of the most dangerous and stressful songs of the cycle if you don't plan it out carefully. So let me know if you have any other tips for the next time I work on this song with somebody.